Hey Dad, we're live.
Hi there. Welcome to another Lou's Redos.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. So I'm actually doing a redo and cooking dinner at the same time.
Killing two birds with one stone. Dad, you didn't need this lard bread, did you?
Well, it was going to go with the mozzarella and the tomatoes.
Oops. Sorry.
Listen, it happens. Okay.
You can't get lard bread like this in England, sorry.
Yeah, Carl and Jess just got back from their honeymoon. They were on the other side of the pond for their honeymoon.
Yeah, it was nice.
So they just got back. They're here for dinner. And today we're using some of the products that a friend of mine sent over. Colavita. We have some balsamic, some olive oil, some pasta. They were very nice enough to send me some samples.
It's some good stuff. It really is.
So that's our appetizer, but I'm going to cook the main course now, which is what I'm going to do for the video. I'm making a vegetarian Bolognese. Bolognese is a traditional Italian meat sauce. And I already actually got it started just to save some time. So what I'm going to do, or what I actually did already, is you start with a basic mirepoix. Carrots, onions, celery. I did throw a couple of cloves of garlic in there, go figure.
You have to.
So we have that going. I got a couple of bay leaves in there, just for some additional flavor. What I'm using instead of meat, because it's vegetarian, are 3 different mushrooms. So the first mushroom is a porcini. I have about a dozen pieces soaked because it is dry. I am going to throw them in the processor. And because the flavor is very strong, I want to get them as small as possible.
What?
As small as possible. Now, what I'm using here, basically, and I already have them chopped up, as you can see, just some rough cut on regular button mushrooms. I am going to throw them in the hopper.
All of them. Oh,
Well, maybe not all of them.
they survive another day.
Yes. And then I got a couple of nice porcini mushrooms. Same thing, rough cut and in the hopper. Now, this we're going to go a little bit slower, and they'll break down and I'll put more in, you'll see. So these I'm going to just pulse. So we're going to pulse the mushrooms. We'll do a little at a time.
Just so they're still chunky, not too pasty.
Yes. So you want to get almost like a chopped meat consistency. Okay, and I already have some in here because, like I said, we'll do it in batches. And we're adding the mushrooms to the mirepoix. Now I want that to cook down for a minute or two. So you're basically stuck listening to me for the next minute.
Sorry, folks. It's been a while, though.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's okay.
Everything's been crazy.
Yes, between the wedding and Christmas and
New Year.
New Year's. So it's been a little nuts.
This is a well-deserved prop. Cheers.
You have no idea. Salute. Now, you know, mushrooms don't really take that long to cook. We're going to leave it another second, and we're going to start adding the other ingredients. One of the things that I'm going to add is a little nutmeg. I'm using fresh. If you don't have fresh, you could just get some of the ground. I put about a quarter of the nut in here, just to kind of pick up the flavor a touch.
Remember, there's no rules.
There are absolutely no rules.
First one of the new year.
I'm going to do some fresh ground pepper. A little bit of the Himalayan pink, as everyone knows I like. That's starting to move nicely. So, what I'm going to add right now, in the traditional Bolognese, it calls for a white wine. However, because I'm using mushrooms, I'm using a Chianti. Chianti is about 70% Sangiovese grape, which goes very, very well with not only the mushrooms, but tomatoes.
And some fava beans as well.
Yes. You know. So we're gonna add the Chianti to the mixture. Now again, traditionally, you let it cook out and reduce with the wine in there, but we don't have a half hour for that to happen. So what I'm going to do is bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to add the next ingredients. The mixed ingredient, I should say.
And not only that, we're not being traditional today, so.
Right. Okay, she's starting. Once again, traditional Bolognese called some milk. However, not traditional Bolognese. So I'm using cream instead. Cream and mushroom. Again, it's a natural marriage.
You make a nice soup.
There you go. So I'm adding the cream. Just a splash of some chicken stock in there to rinse the glass.
Vegetable stock.
What did I say? Chicken?
Yeah, it's vegetarian.
Vegetable stock.
Something stuck in my throat. Sorry.
And that's going to come down. We're going to bring that to a boil. It is vegetable stock. So.
I can read.
Once that boils, it actually, again, it's supposed to reduce, and I'm going to keep this on the stove, so, but I do have another one made. I'm going to add the tomatoes, about 28 ounces, about 2 of those little guys. It works perfectly. So there's this.
You cook with red and drink with white. Sometimes it's the opposite.
Opposite way, yeah. You never know.
Mm-mm. With you, no.
No. All right, so I'm going to do some parsley in there. I'm going to do some fresh basil. I'm going to add which I normally don't use. A heaping tablespoon of tomato paste.
And by this time, you guys know heaping is a unit of measurement in this kitchen.
What?
Heaping is a unit of measurement in this kitchen.
Yes, it is. So is a pinch.
A pinch.
Yes.
Two completely opposite ends of the spectrum, but nevertheless, units of measurement in an Italian
Okay,
kitchen.
last item in here now. I'm going to add the tomato sauce. I pre-cooked the pasta. Reason being, as most of you that follow us know, Jess has celiac, she can't have any gluten. So, in order to avoid any cross-contamination, I made her pasta, wrapped it, put it on the side. Then I made the pasta I'm going to use here. And I always cook my pasta al dente. And I never add it to the sauce. I'll saute it with the sauce separately. You want to eat your pasta al dente because what happens is, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, the longer it takes for the pasta to break down in your system, it's better for you. So. The al dente pasta takes longer, so the absorption of the sugar is slower. When the pasta is mushy, it absorbs into your system quicker. That's why you get a sugar spike. That being said,
Explains why all those marathon runners would come to...
carve up.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, this is cooking. So, whoa, that's a little too hot.
Oh, you don't say.
So,
You've only got it on hot heat.
yeah, that's all right. I'm used to it. This is going to cook down, as you could see it, and this is going to end up looking like this.
Almost looks like a gumbo, kinda.
And it looks like a regular meat sauce. So what I'm going to do, right, I need to go. I'm going to add some then we're going to add some pasta. Why not?
One for the road.
One for the road is correct. Speaking of which. See, the upside about doing this in my house, I don't have to drive. So, all we're going to do now and that's going to heat the pasta. So you don't have to worry. I left it a little extra al dente, so when it's served, it should be absolutely perfect.
You can hear it, it's already starting to sizzle up.
Yeah. Now, if you notice, I'm using a slotted spoon.
I did notice that, you're right.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, it's a close-up.
One thing that I forgot
Cheese.
is cheese. So,
I was gonna ask where it was. Because I didn't see it on the table.
it's okay. That's okay, we fix.
Just like he's in a restaurant.
Well, duh.
You eat with your eyes first,
A little
folks.
cheese. And we are all set. We have a vegetarian bolognese. So tonight's dinner with salad and an appetizer of some tomato and
Mozzarella,
with
peppers.
some hot peppers.
I don't know what that is in the bowl.
Of course, Carl don't eat anything green.
No, I don't
No,
say.
broccoli.
I eat broccoli.
Broccoli.
I just don't eat salad.
Yeah, we'll do a little coating. So there you go, folks. Vegetarian bolognese. If you have any questions or comments, leftoversbylou@gmail.com. Any requests, same email.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe,
Share it
like,
with friends and
share.
family. And a special thank you
To our friends at Colavita for sending me over some samples. I appreciate it. Thank you.
some real good stuff.
And yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah.
I already sampled some of the stuff.
Were you expecting anything less?
You know what's really good? A little olive oil with Italian bread.
Ooh.
Anyway, be safe. Until next time, good cooking.